Galalal Malak Yahweh Wa Yahawashai Ba Hashem Rahakwadash. Double honors to the elders of GMS Ruel. Blessings unto those men, and blessings and salutations to the Akim out there in truth, pushing his word in all sincerity. With that being said, Shalom Israel Barakatah. Today's lesson: the dangers of aspartame. What is aspartame? According to its definition online, as you can see here, it's a very sweet substance used as an artificial sweetener, chiefly in low-calorie products. It is a derivative of aspartic acid and phenylalanine. Now let's look up these two derivatives. Now, as you can see here, it says is aspartic acid aspartame. And it says aspartame is made of two natural occurring amino acids, phenylalanine and aspartic acid, which are also components of proteins in our body and in food. The phenylalanine and aspartame has been slightly modified by adding a methyl group, which gives aspartame its sweet taste. And you see, that is the problem with these scientists, with these corporations, with these industries. They like to modify foods. They like to modify everything that they can get their hands on. That's the reason why Matthew 24 and 22 says the following. Matthew 24 and 22, and except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. And this is also because if they continue on their path, on that wicked path, when it comes to foods, altering foods, modifying foods, when it comes to their wicked philosophies, when it comes to trying to make everybody into an alphabet group or a transformer, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. When it comes to this evil, wicked society, every sector is wicked. That's why Micah 2 and 10 has said, Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. Israelites, depart from among the ways and philosophies of this wicked world. This wicked system is polluted and will destroy you physically, mentally, financially, and spiritually with a sword destruction. And the etymology of the word sore, meaning in a painful, grievous, wounding, or suffering way. And that also has to do with their foods, with the health. This wicked way of life is not Israel's true rest. Israel's rest begins in these scriptures, but the true rest will be in the righteous kingdom of the Lord, Yahweh Wa Yahushai. One thing to understand, in this wicked society, everything is against you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Tainos, and Native American Indians. This is not your rest. Everything is against you. But getting back to aspartame, it says here also, how bad is phenylalanine? And it says, most people don't need to worry about it. And this is where they contradict themselves. Because it says, most people don't need to worry about it. But it also says here, in the highlighted, it says, phenylalanine can cause intellectual disability, brain damage, seizures, and skin and other problems. But then they tell you, no need to worry about it. Like I said, they work evil upon their beds. And phenylalanine is also aspartame. The thing is that they like to use fancy words. And aspartame or phenylalanine, because it's the same thing, is found in a lot of products, even the juices that you drink. And the scriptures have warned us of these things. That's why Ezekiel 4:13 says what it says. Ezekiel 4:13, and the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai said, even thus shall the children of Israel, aka the sons of Israel, eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. And we were scattered among the Gentiles, among those heathen nations. That's where those Israelites lost their culture, their true Israelite culture, by following the ways of the heathen nations, by following their false deities, their false gods, and learning their customs. And they themselves became unnatural Gentiles in a Gentile state of mind. But it's just as it says here in Ezekiel 4:13, and the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. And that goes to show you how powerful these scriptures are. It's letting you know that you are eating defiled foods among the Gentiles. Why? Because the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. And they in turn have manipulated everything, even the food industry, by modifying its products. Now, I like asking Google many questions. And one of the questions that I asked was, how many foods in total have been modified as of today? And it brought back, people also ask, how many foods have been genetically modified? In the United States, there are 11 commercially available genetic modified crops in the United States. Soybeans, which soy is bad for you. Cornfield and sweet canola. Canola is also bad for you. Cotton, alfalfa, sugar beets, summer squash, papaya, apples, and potatoes. And I always hear that canola because one of my family members always says, a doctor's always saying that canola is bad for you. See here on the bottom, it says, how much of the world's food is genetically modified? And it says it has been estimated that upwards of 75 of processed foods on supermarket shelves, from soda to soup, crackers to condiments, contain genetically engineered ingredients. And that is 75%. But we all know that these corporations, they're not going to be satisfied until they reach that 100%. And that's the reason why they modify these foods and other things to make it cheaper, to make the product cheaper. But they do not speak of the dangerous side effects and health issues that arise from such deadly ingredients. It's all part of the agenda. Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. So the power is in their hand. Woe means destruction. And the scripture speaks of Esau, Edom, the wicked, according to Malachi 1:4, that devise iniquity, wickedness, immorality, evil, and sin, and work evil against Israel, against so-called Negroes, Latinos, Tainos, and Native American Indians, because it is in their power. These people do not like us, and we do not like them. Iniquity means wickedness, immorality, evil, and sin. And the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, according to Job 9:24. And due to Edom's rulership of power, they work evil upon their beds by their wicked imaginations. And when morning comes, they practice it and implement it. You see? There's no rehabilitating Esau, Edom. He was made to be the wicked. And one such wicked imagination that is about to emerge is that cashless society. The mandatory implementation of the MOTBCHIP. By the elite banking families, according to Revelation 13:16 through 18. Israelites, do not take the MOTBCHIP, because it will cost you your life. But let me show you something that they do not tell you, that they do not show you. Aspartame is made from E. coli feces, as you can see here. Aspartame, an artificial sweetener, as I said in the beginning, made from the fecal matter of E. coli and used in most consumption products. The patent reveals that E. coli feces is used by its dipeptides, a compound or peptide that consists of two linked amino acids being treated with alcohol and methanol to create the artificial sweetener. So what are you eating when you see aspartame upon your products? E. coli feces. And feces, that is defined as the waste matter discharged from the bowels after food has been digested. Excrement. So you see, everything is being modified, manipulated. And they do this to make the product cheaper for their corporate greed, for their gains, for their profits, but also for their Depop agenda. They're all in cahoots with one another. Also, let me read the side effects of aspartame, aka phenylalanine. Anxiety, candida, ADD, obesity, headaches, hyperactivity, tooth decay, diabetes, there you go, that's a big one, brain lesions, mood alterations, brain tumors, depression, arthritis, asthma, bloating, edema, brain cancer, chronic fatigue, chronic cough, confusion, diarrhea, dizziness, flushing, heart palpitations, hair loss, hives, hypertension, impotency, insomnia, irritability, itching, joint pains, brain fog, memory loss, muscle spasms, and weight gain. But then again, they tell you not to worry about it, as we read earlier. So it's important to read the labels. But with that being said, Kal Allah, Malak Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Ba Hashem, Rahakwadash, and double honors to the elders of GMS Ruel, blessings unto those men, and blessings and salutations to the Akim out there in truth, pushing his word in all sincerity. With that being said, Shalom Israel, Barakatah.